When you think of a cat or a dog or even a fish, what's something that all these animals have in common? You're probably thinking, well, they're pets, right? And yeah, that's true. But there's so much more than that. Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm a pet owner. You know, the fascinating thing about pets is just the effect that they have on the human mind, especially from a young age. You know, bringing a pet into a household is great for teaching young children messages about love and responsibility, especially since not all animals love the same way that we humans do. Growing up, I had a childhood cat named Cypress, and he definitely taught me that love is not always the same between every animal and every human. For some people, maybe you want an animal that has an unconditional love, like a dog. And for others, maybe you want an animal that's a little more self-reliant, like a fish or a cat or even a small rodent. Pets can be such a huge stress reliever. Pets just have this way of bringing out a side of us that maybe we keep down for one reason or another. Maybe it's because of stress or lack of time, or maybe even a mental disorder. I know for me personally, I live with dissociative identity disorder, or DID. And having a pet just has this way kind of grounding me in reality. And especially in stressful situations where I feel like I'm going to switch alters, or I'm just so stressed out and panicky, a pet just has a way of reminding me that everything's going to be okay. Pets can teach us very important life lessons, and sadly, not all of them are positive. Growing up, before I had Cypress, I had a kitten named Oliver, and sadly, he was an outdoor cat, and he was struck by a car, and he drug himself home. We had to put him to sleep. I was only about 6 years old at the time. But the hardest lesson I had to learn had to do with Cypress. I had graduated high school, and my parents were moving cross country to retire. I couldn't afford to stay in California, so I moved with them. I left behind my boyfriend. I left behind my friends, everything I'd known. And sadly, I left behind Cypress. Now, graciously, the people that bought my childhood home, they offered to take Cypress, which was probably the most humane thing in that situation to do. He was 12 years old, and he was declawed, so taking him to a shelter would have been so much worse. But there's a part of me that's always going to feel like I abandoned him. You know, pets can bring out the best in us, but they can sometimes also bring out the worst in people. Pets aren't toys. They're not furniture. They're not meant for you to get to be entertained for 5 minutes and then you shove them in a corner when you're bored. Losing Cypress was a hard lesson, but if it taught me anything, it's that I never want to do that to another animal again. For all the love and joy that a pet can bring into my life, I want to give it back to them tenfold. So pets can be so wonderful, but we need to give that back. We should be learning about what makes them tick, what makes them happy and brings joy in their life. It's amazing how fulfilling of a feeling it can be in giving some of that, if not so much more of that love to them that they give to us every single day. I'm Sarah, and I'm a pet owner.